Right guys, Suthie here for Thriller Vapes, home of the best vapes in the UK. Up next we have the big pink dandy flavour. Hell of a rip, tidy as out. I love vaping me. I want to say a big shout out to the folks over at Thriller Vapes. Remember, hashtag Thriller Vapes, but you have to show a receipt before you put the hashtag up, lads. Remember that? Hashtag this Thriller Vapes pull out session. Thriller Vapes have also told me I'm using this brand as clout, which is ridiculous. I just want to suck a fat vape pen in peace. Anyway, peace out, man. Back to the studio. SuthieCast for life.
Hi guys, welcome back to the SuthieCast, episode 22. We're joined in the studio tonight by no guest at all. It's just me and the camera. So, what we're going to talk about today? I'll tell you what we're going to talk about. Is we're going to talk about a few things, man. One of the things I'm going to talk about is, and I've totally not rehearsed this at all, but just want to talk about a few personal things, man. Just about what's been going on, man. Like some crazy stuff, man. Some crazy stuff. But before we get into that, let's just have a little trip down memory lane to what we've been doing for the past 2 months, nearly 2 months. So, if everyone watching this video, that I presume you've watched me before, you've seen me do my shows. I've had 21 episodes up till this point. We've had some brilliant guests. I mean, what more can I say, man? Some fantastic guests. We've had Holler Boy Drowsy, we've had Section the Fifth, Scott Free, Chills Myth, Mighty Mindless Cartoons, obviously, Ron Johnson, which was the inaugural episode. We've had Hush One, Canadian Dad, Swales, Ziggy T, RSLBM, and a few more. But we'll be here all night trying to figure out what I've done and what I haven't done. But anyway, so yeah, recently I obviously with the music and whatnot. So I've done the music from January up until now. I'm still doing it. It's going really good. I'm having a really good reception. But one of the main reasons why I started music was I've been producing for quite a while now, for about 16 years, just on and off really, just more of a hobby, if anything. But I just like, I think it was around the start of the year when I started having panic attacks. My anxiety got really bad. And I was also like suffering from depression as a result of that. One of the things that brought me to music with writing, it was just more, it's a way to sort of distinguish myself and to sort of take my mind off things, and also a way to reflect on things as well, because it's very hard for someone to, you know, to talk to people about this kind of stuff, and you know it seems really cliched. But like, men don't talk about this stuff, and one of my main reasons, one of the things I wanted to do before I capped off the series at 25 episodes is I wanted to do a one-on-one, and I wanted to talk to people about what I've been through. So I've always had it. Like I've always had like sort of like anxiety and depression up to a point, I guess. But it started getting really bad at the start of the year. And it was affecting my loved ones, and I just took a step back, and you know, I started doing music and more of a performance piece, put on the mask. You know, that's how Keighley Sutherland was created, and I really enjoyed it, and it's something I really enjoyed. It's something that helps me. because it hasn't been easy, and it's not easy really to talk about, which is another thing why I want to do this. And I've touched upon this on other episodes, but if there's any time that you don't feel right, or if you're affecting other people, especially loved ones, family members, partners, I always say it's up to that point, okay, fair enough if you can manage it, but as soon as you start to affect other people, take a step back and really, really address it. That could be time off work, could be counselling. Medication is good for maybe sort of kick things off, but I think the main thing is talking to people about it and taking that negativity out of your head, because I think a lot of the time is you become very trapped by these negative thoughts and feelings from the mental health that you have, mental health sickness, should I say, really, be that anxiety, depression, etc. I think it's important to speak to people about that and really, just really step back and analyse things. It's not easy, man. We're all having a hard time in the minute. It's, prices are going up, energy bills are going up, and it's getting worse. So many people, I mean, obviously take it to the extreme, man. A lot of people do take their lives, and it's an epidemic for young men and young women as well. A lot of people still don't take it seriously, mental health. And it's one thing I'm really passionate about, because there is a stigma around it. And one of the things that sort of stopped me really from addressing it previously was I didn't want it to affect other people. Like, I didn't want it to become a burden. I didn't want that stigma around me. But from doing this music, and I've always tried to be positive with it, and I've never done it for any clout. Whatever you want to call it. I've never done it for clout, or I've never done it to be popular. I've just done it because I enjoy it, and one of those things as well is meet a lot of people. And for doing this podcast as well, I've met loads of people, and I just want to say to every single one of you, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. It really has, and I hope we can continue doing this for a fucking very long time. Let's just say that. But going back to what I was saying before, it's hard, man, having that stigma, and I think a lot of the time it is in your head, because you do see it as a weakness. But yeah, just speak to it. If there's anyone who's, if any of your friends, if any of your friends are going through a hard time, speak to them and try and push them, because there's been times in my past where I've had mates who've been going through a similar thing, and I've not really sort of understood it, and I thought maybe they're just being a bit like, maybe they're overacting or whatever. But yeah, look after yourselves, and just a short video. Just look after yourself, And if there's like I said, let's look after each other. I love each other, man. Just try and extend. If you've got a hobby or whatever you do, try and meet new people, man. Meet new friends. You only live once. It's such a fragile life that we have. It doesn't last long, and the time that we're here, we have to just sort of put everything aside, religion, beliefs, politics, and just look after each other, man. It's like the music, man. I enjoy the music, and there's certain people that I'm not going to name names, but you've probably got the gist of it now. Like, certain people that just use it as an ego trip. Like, SuthieCast is not about that, man. It's about to put it bluntly, man. It was to give me something to do, really. Apart from the music, and as you can see there, section the fifth, man. He's another one. He's a talented person I've met. Mighty Mindless Cartoons, Ron Johnson, Bricktop, Mr. Bones, Stretch, all these people, man, like, we've all come together and we found a common, you know, through the power of the internet, we found a common ground, and, you know, we're making music, and you know, it's just sad, man, that the ego has come into it, and like, I'm not about that bullshit, mate, honestly. You know, I'm not about that bullshit. Like I say, I love doing it, man. I don't need this to feel good about myself. It's, you know, it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to it's a good hobby to have, I guess. And whatever happens, happens. Like, I've really enjoyed it, man. Like, you know, making music and whatnot. It's been great. Like, if you can find a hobby, something that you love, man, just put 100% into it. 'Cause it'll give you everything you need. Because a lot of time we sit there and we don't know what to do, and we watch shit on TV, YouTube. We're just lost. Get yourself a fucking hobby. Yeah. Anyway, guys, really short one. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next proper episode, episode 23.
Bricks upon the beat, Suthie on the speech. Let's go.
Sending thoughts to the sky, hope somebody hear me.
Picking out, guzzling plant-based butter, low counter lights, low fi grown man hype. This is a life if I took a flight. Would you still be by my side this month?
Curtain drawn and the blossom fall is Japanese. Looking out the V-looks, they wanna eat my balls for the tea.